in this video we'll be discussing about BOP, which stands for balance of payment. So we'll be understanding the concept of balance of payment and also the components of balance of payment. So as the name implies, balance of payment, what does it actually mean? It means that we are balancing the payments. Now the next question that comes into our mind is that what are these payments? So these payments are actually the payments between two nations, two countries. So let us move on to the definition of balance of payment so that you understand that what actually is balance of payment. Balance of payment is a statement of account showing all the monetary transactions of a country with the rest of the world during a given point of time or a period of time. So these includes all the imports and exports that a nation does, a country does with other countries, and these all transactions are recorded and its net balance is shown in balance of payment. So this was all about the meaning of balance of payment. Now let us understand that what are the components of balance of payment. So there are three components of balance of payments, and these are capital account, current account and official reserve account. So we'll discuss all these three components, and let us start with current account. They are divided into two parts, and which are visible and invisible. Now what is included in visible? Let us discuss that. With the name we can understand that visible means the things or the transactions that we can actually see. So this includes export of goods and import of goods. So if we are exporting and importing any goods from one country to another country, these are actually visible because goods are tangible things that we can actually see. Now let us talk about the other component of current account, which is invisible. So let us understand that what all comes under invisible category. So the first thing that comes under the invisible category is factor services. So in this factor services, we have compensation of employees, and we have investment income. Now, as the name implies that it is invisible, it is totally understandable that these things cannot be seen and these are intangible things. Now, factor services we can also relate from the concept of factors of production that we have already discussed. So the four factors of production that we discussed were land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship. So we get, in the form of compensation of employees, we get wages, we get salaries, and in the form of investment income, we get rent, we can get interest. So these were some examples of factor services. Now the second component of invisible part of current account is non-factor services. So now the question arises is what all comes under non-factor services. So these non-factor services can include things such as shipping or insurance or banking. So these are called as non-factor services because these are not related to the four factors of production, which are land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship. So these were some examples that come under factor services and non-factor services, which are a part of invisible category of current account. So till now we discussed that current account is divided into two parts, visible and invisible. Visible, things that we can see; invisible, the things that we cannot see. Now there is one more category in invisible, which is actually called the current transfer. As the name suggests, current transfer, that we are transferring that at the particular point of time, or we are doing it at that same point of time. That is why the word current is used in it. So it can involve any gift that we give to someone which is residing in another country, or it can include some grants or any donations. For example, there is any flood in other country and we want to donate something, so we can donate them something. So these all come under invisible things under current account. So this was all about current account transactions. After discussing the flow chart of current account, I know that you must have understood that what all comes under current account of balance of payment. But there is one more pointer that one should know about current account. So what is this pointer? This is actually that all the international transactions that are recorded in current account, it does not lead to any change in country's asset and liability position. So this was all about current account. Now let us move to the capital account of balance of payment. Capital account of balance of payment involves all the monetary and international transactions that affect a country's asset and liability position. Now let us discuss this with the help of a flow chart, that what are these activities or the transactions that are involved in the current account of balance of payment. So the capital account involves foreign investment like FDI, FII. There may be some borrowings and loans or some NRI deposit. So these all comes under capital account of balance of payment, because these all transactions are actually leading to nation's asset and liability position. They are affecting the asset and liability position of a country. So this was all about capital account. So now we have discussed about capital account and current account of balance of payment. Now the third and the last component was official reserve, or we can also say official reserve account. So these accounts are actually the account which are maintained by the Central Bank of India. In our case, it is the RBI or the Reserve Bank of India that maintains this account. So what actually this official reserve account is? This official reserve account finally shows all the transactions and the net balance of the capital account and the current account that we just discussed into this one particular account, which is the official reserve account. So this was all about balance of payment and its components. I hope you understood this concept.